Well, hello. Today is Tuesday, October 10th, and we have two birthdays today. Today is Jane Newman's birthday, so Jane, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jane. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Debbie Byrne's birthday, B-Y-R-N. I'm thinking that's Byrne. Debbie, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you both have a great, great birthday. We have one anniversary. I did sing to her yesterday, but I noticed on Facebook, and she was wishing her husband a happy anniversary, so I know this is the real true day, so I fixed it in my calendar. But today is Stephen and Kathy Marquardt, M-A-R-Q-U-A-R-T. Today is their 31st anniversary. So even though I sang to you yesterday, what good did that do? It wasn't your anniversary. Today is. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great, great anniversary today. Not yesterday. I like my sweatshirt. I love it. It's all different colors. I'm going to show you the front. It's got a white thing here too. I got it when I was in South Dakota. I look like a little bit of a clown, I guess, but I loved it. I fell in love with it. It was expensive too. It was $50. But I thought, you know what? You're worth $50. Actually, I didn't know it was $50 until I got to the register. And then I was too embarrassed to say that's too much money. So I bought it. But I still like it. It's very warm. It's very cuddly. It's perfect. It's very soft. It is very cold. It's damp. Even though, if you can tell, it's been raining off and on all day, but not like a dark kind of a rain kind of a day. Just a kind of a like it's raining kind of a day. But I don't need to put any lights on. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, I refuse to turn my heat on. It's just... I still sleep with my window open. I crack it about that much. So I sleep really well with a little bit of coldness. So, but it's getting, like we're supposed to be in the 50s and 60s the rest of this week. I know by the weekend I'll be putting the furnace on, but putting that off as long as I can possibly can. I didn't go to my meeting this morning. I told you I was going to go today. I got up this morning and forgot it was Tuesday. And then Jim and I had some running around to do. And then at the time I thought, oh my God, and I wouldn't have had time to get there because it takes 30 minutes to get there anyhow. But by the time I got out of bed and I would have had my shower and everything, I would have never made it in time. So it'll be like a big 2-week loss for when I go next week. Because it's a loss. It's going to be a loss. I know it. I'm really following my plan. I'm trying so hard just to compose myself with the basement debacle. Continues on. They did show up yesterday. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. They did show up yesterday, and they worked. Oh, so funny to say that word. They worked. Oh, they were here. They were here. An hour and 15 minutes. And what they did was they put some molding up along the side on the bottom of their little hallway. And they put some molding around in the one closet. And they brought the garbage out because yesterday was trash day. That's all they did. That's all they did. So they were here today. The one guy came today. And Jim wasn't home. He had gone to the club with his friend to shoot. Or sight in a gun or something, I don't know. But they went to his club, his sportsman club this afternoon. And Jim called me at 2:15, and they can't even get their lazy ass, I know I'm going to swear again, their lazy ass out of the car to ring the doorbell. They called Jim to ask if he could open the garage door. Get your butt out of the car and walk up to the door and ring the doorbell if the garage door is closed. Ugh, but don't get me started on that. So Jim called me like at 2:15 to say, could you open the door for Mark, the garage door for Mark, so he can come in. So I got up right away, opened up the garage door. They must not know I have a Ring camera out there on the garage, because he sat in his truck until 2:30. I don't know what he was doing, but he sat in his truck until 2:30. And then he finally strolled into the house, went down the basement, and at 3:07 was in his truck driving away for the day. Why did you even bother coming for 37 minutes? And all he did was sand a little bit of, because Jim said there was something in the bathroom that he didn't like by the towel bar. And all he did was sand it down. That's all he did. That's all he did. And then last night, Jim was complaining about, he says, I don't know where they got their, I don't know how they learned how to paint. He says, because there are so many drip marks, because Jim is like a perfectionist. But still, like if you're a professional painter, you shouldn't have drip marks on the wall. And so I said, well, I'll mention it to him when he comes tomorrow if you're not here. And he says, oh, no, I'm just going to do it myself because there's leftover paint. And so when they leave, I'll just sand up all the spots and paint it myself. I'll repaint it. Why are we paying them? Why are we paying them if you're going to come back and do their work? Once again, we had a conversation about that because I was livid. I used to work with somebody and we kept telling her that's not a real word. But now that's what we say in my family, belivid. Instead of I was livid, she always says, I'm belivid. And we'd say, there's no such word as belivid. Well, now there is because it's in our vocabulary. And I was belivid. I was beyond belivid. I was so upset. So Jim got home from his afternoon with his friend. And as he was going down the basement, the other guy was coming up from the basement to leave. And I could hear Jim moving all kinds of stuff out downstairs. Okay, now this pissed me off for one thing because I'm going to ask you to remember Jim in your prayers because I don't know if you remember that Jim had a stress test last month. And the doctor we knew was going to be on vacation, so we weren't going to get the results back right away. But all of his other tests were coming back fine, so we were fine with that. And so then they called the other day with his stress test. No, Jim didn't pass his stress test because he has slow blood flow through his heart. So he have to go. So she said, well, we're going to set you up. She called yesterday. She says for Friday to have this procedure done. Well, okay. To me, it's serious that they're getting you in that quick. Who can get an appointment that quick to get in? So anyway, we're going to go Friday, and then what they're going to try to do is do a catheterization of his heart where they put like something in through, they're saying either the wrist or the groin. They're not sure yet. And then they put the wire up through whatever, and then they have a balloon that's going to try to open it and get the blood flow working. And if that doesn't work, they're going to have him put a stent in. So if he just has the balloon thing done for the catheterization, then he'll just come home in 6 hours. But if they have to do the stent, then he's got to spend the night. So if you could remember, Jim, in your prayers that we just have to do the catheterization and that would be it. I'll be fine with. I would be very appreciative of that. That being said, I'm sitting up here and I hear him moving all kinds of furniture down there, because we have file cabinets and we have like a metal cabinet, like a book cabinet that I had from when I worked, when the liquidators came in, when Montgomery Ward's went out of business. It was like a shelving unit, like we used to keep jeans and stuff like on that. I can hear him moving all that stuff down there and I'm thinking, Jim, I yelled down there. I said, Jim. He says, well, it's in the way, and then this way they'll work a little hard. They'll work a little faster because stuff won't be in their way. Why are we paying these people? Why? And I know I'm complaining. I know. But it's just like I can't keep having these conversations with Jim because we're going to get a divorce. The thing that makes me the maddest, and it really truly makes me the maddest, is if this was somebody I hired, Jim would be saying, you need to get them back to fix the paint drips on the wall. He wouldn't be saying when they leave, I'm going to resand it and I'm going to paint it. No, he would be telling me, you hired these people, you get this done. He also would say, you hired these people, why aren't they here? I know he would be doing all of this. And come Saturday, because we're not going to be home on Friday, we'll be at the hospital. Because I know they're not coming tomorrow, because they already told us they're not coming tomorrow. Come Saturday, they're going to be getting an angry text from me. They definitely are, because I watched him on the thing the other day on my Ring doorbell. I sat here in the chair and watched him, and he had like 5 or 6 notebooks, and he was like writing things in each of these notebooks. Not coming in the house to do any work. He was just catching up on all of his paperwork and all of his notebooks. And I told Jim when he left, I said, he's going to the houses where the people are complaining because they're complaining. He's going to their houses. We're not complaining. I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining to them. And I said, so he just figures, we don't have to worry about Jim. He's fine with us just taking our sweet old time. I am telling you right now, I am this close to not even paying them the final payment. I'm this close to just telling them to take me to court because I don't want to finish paying them. I really don't, because at this point we have all of the materials and all of that. And if it wasn't for the fact that I'd still have to pay somebody else because I've already paid them to do it, to put in the flooring, just for my own peace of mind, I would hire somebody else to do it. I can't stop payment on the checks because they've already cashed the checks. So I can't do anything like that. I'm like in a bind. And it was only because it was Jim's friend that we gave him so much money. I did not want to give him that much money. It was another conversation that we had about making sure that we didn't give them more than half down. That's all you'd have to give to people is half down. It's like, I know I'm getting all agitated, but through all of that, I wanted to turn to food today. I definitely was. It'll make me feel so much better. I have ice cream in the freezer. I just can have some ice cream. I'll put a banana in there. I have some nuts in the cupboard. I have some Cool Whip, or whipped cream rather, because I put a little squirt every once in a while on my sugar-free pudding. And I got some chocolate syrup. I could just sit here and eat this, and I thought this would be it'll just make me feel so much better because I'm going through so much stress. But the good angel, well, she's on my right shoulder. The good angel said, Sandy, find something to do that's going to keep you busy so that you won't be thinking about food. So we had bought a pantry that I had stored all of my pans and baking dishes and blah, 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 all of this stuff in there. And then I have like a regular pantry that came with the house that I have all my food and stuff in. And then I thought, no, I want to move the stuff from there over to this and then rearrange. So I spent the last 4 hours in my kitchen rearranging that. And I found so much stuff that I had like in this cupboard, and I had some in this cupboard, and I had some in this cupboard. And I was flabbergasted. I do not never need to buy one more jar of jelly. I have like 5 jars, like the big jars of jelly. I got like 3 jars of peanut butter. I have so much food. And then I have paper plates, and I told you the other day we don't use paper plates. The only time we use paper plates is in the summer when we have like picnics or something like that. Or if I send food home for somebody, I put it on a paper plate so that I don't have to worry about the dish coming back. Oh my gosh, I had all kinds. I had paper plates left over from Kylie's graduation party. I thought, I couldn't believe it. I found an old popcorn popper that, it was so sad. I just threw it away. I thought, I don't even know if it would work. It looks so sad. But I got it all done, and I didn't turn to food because I am tired. I'm tired of holding myself back. And I know that if I would have had some ice cream today, I would have been holding myself back, and I would have fallen into the temptation of thinking that food was going to solve my problems. And it would have made me feel, I would have liked to have the ice cream, and it would have made me feel good while I was eating it. It really would have. I know it would have. But I also know that once I was done eating it, I would feel so much guilt, and I'd feel so much disappointment in myself for falling victim to these buttholes that are supposedly working on my basement. And I don't go down my basement. So like Jim always says, well, you never go down the basement. It's just the fact that I don't like uneasiness in my life. I don't like disarray. I like everything in its place. And although sometimes I shove everything into a cupboard, I cleaned up my linen closet too. I'm on a cleaning binge. We're going to do all my cupboards and stuff. But my house is very neat. Now, you might see some, now you don't because I have a cleaner, but you might see a little bit of dust or something like that. But I pretty much have a pretty neat house. I'm very much, I feel organized. I know if I need to get something, I can know right where it's got. Now, there are times I put something in a safe place that I don't remember where that safe place was. I'll be honest, that happens quite a bit sometimes as I'm getting older. When I had my garage sale, I had an extra phone that I was going to sell at my garage sale, and I couldn't find it. I found it in my pantry. What was a phone doing in my pantry? I just told you how organized I am. I had put it in there because I thought I'm going to put it right there because then I'll remember it. No, I didn't remember it. I want this project to be done. I don't make a point of staying home waiting for them because what's the point? What's the point? They're not going to do any work anyhow. And it's just, I know. I so apologize. And you know what? I have the added stress of like I'm worrying about Jim. I really am because, you know, he acts like he's not taking it seriously, and I know he is, but then he's not taking it too serious. He's down there moving furniture all around and sliding this here and sliding that there, and I know. I did watch a couple tag videos. I still have to go watch a few more. I watched Kat on Point. I watched Recipes with Roy. I watched Joan. I watched Kim. It was weird watching Kim's because David was sitting on the wrong side. I kept thinking, David, get up and move to the other side. Because David always sits on her right. And he was sitting on her left. That was Kim. That threw me. That threw me. It's just like, David, move over to the other side. But anyway, what else did I watch? I think that's all I watched. And then I got aggravated, and then I started doing the kitchen and went on a tear with that. I don't know. Anyway, but okay. Thank you for putting up with my complaining. I just... I'm not going to let them hold me back. I'm not going to let myself hold myself back. I'm going to just keep pushing myself forward, and what will be, will be. I guess it's just, if it ever gets done, I'll send you pictures because, I don't know. I have never heard back from the restoration company. Other than when they called me that first day, they asked me, which was like 3 days after they got the check. And I told them, I said, I told you I'm not paying you anymore. And I've never heard anything since. And I've looked at my credit report, and I'm not on there yet, because I'm sure they'll throw me on there. But thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Sorry that I went on such a rant, because I know they'll stick a fork in me, I'm done, but I'm not really done yet because I'm about ready to unleash the demons from my... Release the Krakens, that's it. I'm ready to release them. I really am. But it's an ongoing thing. One of these days I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say, guess what? They showed up and stayed the whole day. I almost said the F word. Because I've used that word a lot today, let me tell you. It's just kind of flowing off my tongue so easily. And then Jim went out tonight because, well, he was going out tonight anyhow, but it was a good thing because we would have had a major conversation yet again. So I do pride myself on the fact that Jim and I never go to bed mad. We might be angry. We might still be upset, but we table it. We kind of like agree to disagree until the next day when we can start again. We go into our separate corners type of thing. So anyway, that's going to do it for now. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Should I pay them their final payment or not? I'm leaning towards not. I'm leaning towards you got $11,000 out of me and that's all you're getting. That's where I'm leaning towards. But you let me know. I know I signed a contract, but I don't know. I should have specified a date. I'm learning as I'm going along, things I should have done. And I should have said that it had to be done by a certain date. We'll see. Talk to you soon.